Mr. J's on drugs.
No, stop it. Shh, stop. Cole, don't say that, okay?
But you just said he had a drug problem.
He used to. He doesn't anymore, okay? Now, could you please lower your voice? That was between him and me.
Why is your teacher even telling you this? His personal business.
That doesn't matter. This isn't about Mr. J. It's about you and your problem.
I don't have a problem.
Stop it! Yes, you do! And if you honestly don't think you do, then that's the biggest part of your problem.
Skylar? I can't believe it.
Neither can I. What are you doing here?
Well, was someone smoking pot and filling? You traced it back to me?
No, this is something different.
Look, Dad, if it's more stuff about Uncle David, I really don't care.
I hear you. But that guy is not your Uncle Matthew. Turns out he's your brother.
I've been thinking long and hard about this, Dorian.
Me too. I've decided maybe we should just gut the whole house and start from scratch.
No. This is about our future.
David, you've only been gone for a couple of hours. That's not much time to make life-altering decisions.
With good guidance, sometimes that's all you need.
Have you decided to return to the path of enlightenment?
If you're not following the path, all the chanting in the world is as empty as doing something solely for the money.
But David, our plans for taking over this house and staking your claim to the Buchanan fortune was based on much more than just money. Though being rich can be very enriching.
I don't want it this way. I don't want the Buchanan's house or their money. I don't even want their name.
David Vickers cannot be my brother.
I'm afraid he is.
No, but that would mean that you were his father.
It sure does. Believe it or not.
What did your mom say?
She said it was true.
She did?
And then Bo called while I was with her to tell me that it wasn't true. So I sort of pinned her down, and then she finally admitted.
What? Who he actually is?
No. But she did tell me that my father's dead. And I believe her.
Bet you never thought you'd see me here. Me neither. But I need to talk to you. It's about our son.
So sorry, baby. I know how much you wanted to know your dad.
All this time, he's been dead. Never even entered my mind.
I guess you always just think of parents as still out there, even if they haven't spoken to you or acted like parents. I just always assumed that I would have another chance of mine.
You never got to say goodbye, and I never got to say hello.
Did Roxy tell you who he was?
No. She said she was trying to protect me.
From what?
Knowing how horrible this guy was.
Who's worse than David Vickers?
Good point.
Let's just take a step back, shall we?
That's exactly what I did. When I found out that I was Bo's son and not Ace's, that changed everything for me.
It's just that this is really a rather sudden twist. You are still David Buchanan, and you shouldn't lose sight of the limitless fortune that you have a claim to.
Dorian, honestly, do you need this house? Or Clint's money? Do you have to rob him of his dignity?
Yes. Is that a problem?
I kind of think it is.
So who's his mother?
It's a woman named Emma Bradley. She died here a while back.
So you went out with her?
I'm gonna level with you. Okay, Matthew?
All right.
I slept with her. Once. I was drunk.
The reason everybody thought that David was my father was because the lab's computer goofed up and spit out the wrong name. What it was supposed to say was that Bo and David are father and son.
Rex, I hate when you make jokes when we're having a serious talk.
Gigi, look at my face.
That's true.
Bo had a one-night stand with David's mother right before he left for Fort Bliss.
Did you tell me that before? I think I already knew that.
I don't know. Bo said he'd wished I had been his son. He never said that before.
You found each other anyway. Without DNA.
I wanted to tell Bo everything my mom told me, but I just couldn't.
Well, you both are going through a lot. There will be time to talk to him some more. Sweetie, what is it?
I can't tell him more. He's the police commissioner.
Meaning what?
You hearing me? Because you better listen up. I lied to our son tonight. Again. I told him his father was dead.
My father didn't just pass away.
An accident like my parents? Don't tell me he was killed. Did your mom say why? Did she tell you what happened?
All she said was he deserved to die.
I still care about you, and it is killing me to watch you fade away like this.
Fade away? What does that even mean?
You're not yourself anymore.
Well, I was fine until you told your teacher that I take pills.
I told you that I didn't.
Then why was he on my case? Why else would he give me this, huh? He thinks that I need to go to drug counseling. Why would he think that, Starn?
Because he just sees you and he knows it. He sees it because he was you.
ABC's One Life to Live, brought to you by Windex. For a streak-free shine, use Windex.
I can't believe you're, like, standing here. I'm a little shocked.
Yeah, me too. So answer my question.
I live here. I live here now, and I teach. I'm a teacher.
Are you kidding me? Wow. What grade?
11th, high school biology. My mom used to live here, and anyway, it seemed like a really great place to start over. So.
Makes sense. You look great, Sky.
Thank you. Thank you.
I see you put on a few in a good way. You don't look bony thin anymore.
Yeah. Well.
I've never seen your eyes look so clear. It's nice.
You know, I haven't picked up since I left Vegas.
Yeah, that was a challenging time for both of us.
Oh, challenging. It was challenging. That's very diplomatic of you. No, I worked hard to put that behind me.
Ain't easy, is it?
You want to just throw away our whole plan?
No, I don't want to.
Thank heaven.
I have to. Look, I don't want to be some rich guy who lives off of his wife's money and his father's money and sits around in a smoking jacket drinking port and playing golf all day.
It never bothered you before. Well, the golf, maybe.
It bothers me now. I don't want to be like that.
Well, then don't be. David, you're a wonderful man.
No, I'm not.
Of course you are. Why else do you think I married you?
Because it was the only way you could get your hands on the Buchanan windfall.
Okay, that was true. In the beginning. And I was honest about that. But you've got to know how much I have always cared about you.
Now that I do know.
So, who cares if you're not Ace's son? You're still a Buchanan.
A different kind of Buchanan. I could be a creep if I knew I was Ace's son, but Bo, I just can't do that to him.
So you got drunk and had sex with someone you just met?
No, I knew her a little bit. She worked for a name.
She was a
prostitute. Right.
So what, were you her John?
No, not exactly. She had a sad life, and I didn't make it any better. I made a real bad judgment call.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes a mistake you made 4 decades ago it just comes up and it can bite you.
What, is this some kind of lecture to tell me not to smoke dope or get some girl pregnant?
Son, I don't want to lose you. I already lost one of my boys. And today, I found out that somebody that I don't even like very much, he's mine too. That made me think about you. Because I couldn't love you more if I tried. That is why I came down so hard on you. What you did was wrong, Matthew. And I was afraid that you were going to get caught up in all that stuff.
That was my mistake, Dad.
Yeah, it was. But you're not the only person that makes them. I did too. It's a real bad one.
How can Mr. Joplin see himself in me? He doesn't even know me. But he seems to know you very well.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why, you two getting all cozy, huh?
We're not. We were just talking while we were working on a science project together, and he's a very good listener.
He's your teacher, not your boyfriend.
You think I don't know that? You think I'm an idiot?
I didn't say you were.
You know, my old boyfriend would never talk to me like this. He was actually capable of listening because he wasn't high all the time. And I am lucky to have someone like Mr. J to talk to because I obviously sure as hell can't talk to you anymore.
It's pretty harsh to say a man deserves to die.
I don't know what he did, but it was bad. You could see it all over Roxy's face. My father was such a horrible, such a bad man.
It's okay, it's okay.
No, it's not. So all these years, she kept this secret about how he was killed.
Wait. Roxy knows. And you're afraid to tell Bo because he's a cop. Rex, what does Roxy know about who killed your father?
Doesn't matter how many machines or tubes you're hooked up to. Because I know you're in there somewhere. And even though you can't talk, I know you're thinking something. And I'll bet you I know what it is. Right, I had to do it. I had to lie to our son. I didn't want to do it, but I've been lying to him for years. Let him think his father was a dud like Walter Balsam. And Charlie Banks came along, and that was great, because that just kind of fell right into my lap. I even let him think it was David Vickers for a day. And if you didn't believe my story tonight, I was going to come up with a new name. Because I will do absolutely anything to keep the truth from our son about you and about me.
There's always been something missing. Something that I've been leaving out. It's my gift. My gift of acting. Acting in Hollywood.
Excuse me? You're going to give up all of this for warm weather and cosmetic surgery?
I don't expect you to understand the story, but I have been lying and scamming my way through life for as long as I can remember, and I have been exactly what people have always called me. A two-bit con artist.
You stop that. You are a very talented con artist.
The real thrill of conning was convincing someone that I was someone who I wasn't. It wasn't the money. Well, it was the money, to a certain extent, but there was more to it than that. And the only time I've ever felt the same way, that I ever had that same sense of purpose, was when I was doing my acting.
Acting?
I think there would be a lot fewer problems in this world if more people would watch me do my acting.
I get that. And I honor it. But you know, even actors need to pay the rent.
But the struggle is worth it if it's meaningful. Someone recently asked me when I was my happiest, and I knew exactly when it was. It was when I was doing my acting.
With all the Buchanan money, you could produce your own show. You could star in it, direct it, script approval.
No, Dorian, that's cheating. I want to earn this. I don't care if I have to go to a dozen auditions before I'm a movie star. No shortcuts. No pretending to be I'm someone who I'm not. Except on camera. You know what I mean.
Yes, I do. And David, will this make you happy?
I think it will. But I don't want to do it by myself. Come to LA with me.
So, how did you manage to pull it together?
You're right. No, I was a complete mess.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so I did, but you hit rock bottom and now look at you. I'm impressed.
Well, I have my mother to thank for that. I mean, I gave the woman so much grief. At some point, I just thought, put the junk down and finally do right by her,
So that's what it took. Whew.
Yeah, pretty much. And she helped me stay clean too. I mean, she was an amazing woman.
You're talking about her in the past tense.
Yeah, she died. She committed suicide.
What? When?
A couple of months ago.
I'm so sorry, Sky. Are you okay with talking about it?
Yeah. No, she was a doctor. She lost a patient, a newborn. Felt responsible. And there were other things kind of going on at the same time, but I guess it was more than she could take, and she ended it.
I don't even know what to say.
You don't have to say anything.
But I know she was your only family member.
Well, I kind of like to think of you as family before things went wrong.
I really am sorry that I wasn't there for you through this.
No, you couldn't have been. You couldn't have been. We both know that. Gosh, this is gonna sound really dumb, but I have to ask. You didn't, by any chance, come to Landview looking for me, did you? No, I knew that. I know, I knew that. I just kind of hoped. What brought you here? I didn't say my mother knew anything about who killed my father.
You don't have to. It's written all over your face. And it's obvious you want to talk about it.
Okay. She knows everything, Gigi. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Maybe. No, not really.
Let's just say, if I told Bo, I'd be putting him in a really bad position.
But telling me is different. Because I'm not the police. I'm your girlfriend.
Can I tell you everything?
So what does Roxy know?
She killed him, Gigi. My mother killed my father.
Oh, you think lying makes it worse? Well, you think what you want. Because somebody's got to protect our son. And it's not going to be you. And Rex can never find out the truth. And we both know why.
Do you know how much trouble I could be in? All because you had to tell Mr. J about me.
I already told you that I told him that I had a friend who was using, okay? I never mentioned your name. I was worried about you.
And that's where Mr. J comes in the picture, right? You tell him all this stuff, and then he tells you a little sob story about how he used to do drugs, right? And then all of a sudden you two are hugging to make each other feel better, right?
I really hope you're not going where I think you're going.
You already went there. Do not talk to your teacher about me. If you're upset with me, talk to me. Okay?
Like I haven't tried a million times. Every time I hear new news, whether it's good or bad, I want to talk to you about it. But I can't anymore. Because you're high all the time. What do you think? Where do you think you're going? You're gonna go pop some more pills? Do you really think that that's gonna make you feel any better? Go on. I'm so sick of you being mad at me.
I don't want to be mad at you anymore. I just want to feel something that doesn't hurt.
Like what?
One Life to Live will continue in a moment here on ABC.
What? What's the problem?
I can't do this.
What do you mean? You just did. What? What are you afraid of?
You.
So David being your son is just a big mistake?
I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure how I feel. It still hasn't sunk in. But I realized something very important. I don't want to let you down. A dad wants to at least like his son. See, I don't feel that way about David. But you, I love you more than anything. You know, you're a great guy. You're a main man, you know? I want us to be buddies again, like we used to be. The thought of losing you, that really scared the heck out of me. It's almost the way I felt when I lost Drew, and that's the worst feeling a dad could ever have. It just scares me so much. I just want to get rid of it because it scares me. You know, when I told you I'm going to send you to military school, that was fear talking.
So I don't have to go?
No, I just drive a huge wedge right between us. But I don't want you to get too relaxed, okay? Because I still hate all the crap you've been pulling lately. If you do that again, it's war.
I know, Dad. And the whole thing about me being in the drugs, it's over. It's done.
All right, then. Truce.
turns out my sister lives in Lambie now, so here I am.
Gigi, right?
Good memory.
Didn't she ran away from home when you were in like high school, right?
Actually, no, she got pregnant and our dad kicked her out. But she's good now. Her son, he's just such a cool kid, and now she's back with his dad, who's pretty awesome. Anyway, so I live with them now. It's nice. What are you thinking about?
That you found Gigi and I found you.
Your mother killed your father. Really?
That's all she told me. She sure didn't want to say it. I pushed her to.
How?
No idea.
Of course you couldn't tell Bo. God, are you just freaking out right now?
Pretty much.
So all this time she's made up all those stories about who your father was. Now I get why.
She said she was trying to protect me from finding out the truth about who my father was and the truth about what she did.
And she's lived with that all this time. Either she's the bravest woman I've ever known,
Or a complete psycho.
I had to look our kid in the face and lie to him. I almost couldn't do it. I was looking at those big brown eyes. So sad, just staring up at me. But you know, he bought it. I was scared that he wasn't even gonna be able to look at me after what I told him tonight. But he did, because I think we're okay. And I think that Rex is finally able to bury it. And I think the kid deserves to have some peace. Because he's a good kid. He is such a good kid through and through. And I don't know how. Seeing as he came from two people like us. You know that Rex is the only good thing that you and I have ever done. Fortunately, he's nothing like me. And he's certainly nothing like you. Thank God.
You're afraid of me?
And what's happening to you?
I gotta go.
No, please. Please, Cole, don't go. We haven't kissed like that in so long, and I'm confused. I want
What? What do you want?
what I can't have. Not while you're like this.
You think this is why we're not together?
Yes.
What about what your dad did to my mom? You not wanting our baby, her dying before we could even...
Cole, I know. It's everything, but you have changed.
Well, just stop saying that. Wait, what, it would teach a man plant that in your head, huh?
Mr. J realized that you were high all on his own. It's not that hard to figure out. You think you're so good at hiding it, but you're not. And Mr. J didn't bring that up to you because he's gonna turn you in. He did it so he could help you.
Why him?
Because he's a good person. He helped me a lot just by listening. Because he gets it. He lost his mother.
And his mother is the reason that our baby's dead.
Okay, you had a plan to come here. I didn't. It just happened and I went with it.
It's like a guide, isn't it?
What guy?
Come on. We're over. You don't have to pretend with me right now.
I so do not know what you're talking about, but it's okay, really.
Yeah, you do. You've got that look in your eye. You've had that same look in your eye the whole time we were going out.
And what would that be?
You're hung up on a guy, Stace. You have been since the first day I met you. Roxy didn't want me to tell anybody, but I just don't want any secrets between us.
I know. I'm gonna take care of you. It's gonna be okay.
You think?
You hate to be in the dark. That's why you're a great PI. And I know this isn't what you wanted to hear. It's horrible.
But at least now you know the truth.
David, I can't go to LA with you. I have a life here, a family, a teenager who's my responsibility.
A brand new house, someone else's fortune to ransack.
Oh. You're in no position to judge. You were just as committed to this takeover as I was.
I just don't have the stomach for it anymore. But I like being with you.
Well, that was one of the biggest perks of this arrangement.
Then take that perk to Hollywood, baby. Come with me.
I can't.
Oh, man. Your timing's off again, isn't it?
I'm afraid so.
You know a lot of couples, they do the long distance thing.
Yeah, we know how that works out.
Are you saying that you want to end our marriage?
No. No, I do not. But I want to carry on this fight against Clint over the will. On your behalf, of course.
You're not actually saying that you want to try to destroy my new family, are you?
Yes, actually, that is what I'm asking for.
Well, I'm sorry, Dorian. I can't let you do that.
How can you not support me in this?
I can't just stand by and watch Bo and the rest of my new family get tossed into the street.
Will you at least allow me the joy of sticking it to Clint?
Have at it.
And I will. All by myself, which won't be nearly as much fun.
I'll send you my new address in case you change your mind.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Do me a favor, huh? Put in a good word about me with my father, okay? After you stick it to his brother, of course.
Right. I'll do that.
Relationships can really stink, but they can be really great, too.
I wouldn't know. One girl I like thinks I'm totally a dork. Plus, I'm grounded for the next 20 years.
Did you want to ask this girl out?
Tried. Someone beat me to the punch.
Oh. You know, why don't you go stag to this thing? Maybe, you know, it's a good way to meet people.
I can't, remember? I'm grounded.
You know, maybe I'll talk to Mom. See if we can't lift this thing. At least for one night.
Really? Yeah. Awesome, thanks.
Hey, come on. Would you go change? Let's go home.
You and I, we were connected, and he's ruining it.
It wasn't because of him. It's because you're high all the time.
Is that what you really think? Fine. Go do your little research project with Mr. J, because he needs you more than I do.
Go ahead, Cole. Keep avoiding the truth, but as long as you keep using, we can't even talk about the idea of us.
I gotta go. I'm meeting one of my students, but let me get this.
Okay. I won't fight you on that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think we should do this again.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Look, I'm really sorry that you didn't get to spend more time with your mom while you were clean. But I promise you, wherever she's at, she's really proud of you.
That's what keeps me going.
Take care, Sky.
You too. About the guy. You can deny it up and down, but life's too short. I think you should go for it.
Maybe I will.
When I told Bo that my father had died, he reminded me that I have you guys. He said he envied me. And if my father was such a lousy guy, then I am lucky he's gone. Because I've got Bo in all the ways that count. He's the best father figure a guy could have, right? So, the family I've got is very much alive.
I'm not gonna let you get near our son or his son. People don't even know you exist, and they're never gonna hear it from me or from you.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
On the next One Life to Live.
I know all kinds of ways to make me relax.
So you can take responsibility for your life and your son's.
Smooths out all the rough edges, but it won't leave you brain dead.
I need to hire you to do some PI work for me.
Next week, The View heads to the Walt Disney Studios in L.A. with special guests Miley Cyrus, Patrick Dempsey, Spidey, Jay Leno, Jimmy Kimmel, Sally Field, Calista Flockhart, Maurice Bernard, Garnett of Desperate Housewives, and a blowout performance by Lady Gaga. It's all new, all next week on ABC.
Next Monday.